We're going to talk about how to solve algebraic word problems. It can be very, very difficult for people to read a story problem and then try to figure out how to solve it based upon what they're reading. So I'm going to show you how to do this very simply. Here is my word problem. Kobe's overtime pay is $5 an hour more than his regular pay. He worked 8 hours at his regular wage and 3 hours at his overtime wage. He earned $114. What is Kobe's regular wage per hour? The first thing I would do is look at all of the numbers they've given me. What kind of information have they given me? Kobe's overtime pay is $5 an hour more than regular pay. So I'm going to write that first. Regular pay is we don't know. So we might use a variable for that later, but we'll see. His overtime pay is $5 more than that. Okay, so if we assign an X to what we don't know, that's going to be his regular pay. So his overtime pay is going to equal $5 plus X, or X plus $5. So this is his overtime pay. He worked 8 hours at his regular wage and 3 hours at his overtime. So he worked 8 hours at his regular pay. That's going to be a multiplication. And then he worked 3 hours at his overtime. So this is his wage times 3 hours for overtime. This is his regular pay times 8 hours. All right, since we've assigned the X, I'm going to take off the question mark. Now, his total that he earned was $114. What was his regular pay? So the question, what was his regular pay? What was his regular pay, the X? That's really what we're solving for here. But they're telling us that his regular pay at 8 hours and his overtime pay at 3 hours equals a total of $114. So we know that we're going to add this pay plus this pay. So 8x plus x plus 5 times 3, right, is going to equal 114. Now I know these are dollars, and we could put the dollar symbols in here. 8 hours, the $5, okay, and then the hours and the hours. But we're mostly concerned about these numbers right here for now. Now, from here we have an equation, we have an equal sign, we have a total, we have our variable. We're going to go ahead and solve for x. So we're going to distribute 3x plus 15. And now we can remove those parentheses, plus 8x equals 114. All right, can we combine any like terms? It looks like we have an 8x. Same variable, same exponent, so we can put those together. 8 x's and 3 x's make 11 x's plus 15 equals 114. We rewrite our problem every time to stay consistent and keep it clean. And make sure you don't skip any steps or skip any subtracting from this side. You got to do it to that side. Now we're still trying to push everything away from the x and get x alone, so we end up with x equals something. Minus 15, minus 15. And now we have 11x equals 99. 11x divide by 11. We want to get rid of a multiply, so we use the opposite operation. 11 divided by 11 is 1, and anything times 1 is itself, so that cancels out. And whatever we do to one side, we have to do the other, divided by 11. And our x is equal to $9. Okay, now that we figured out that our regular pay, is $9, we're going to go ahead and check it. We have our original equation that we set up, and we're going to say, okay, if he worked 8 hours at $9, 8 hours times $9, and then $9 plus $5 times 3 hours, will we get $114? Let's check it. 8 times 9 is 72. That's $72 there. And 9 plus 5 is 14 times 3. So 14 times 3. We'll check that. 12, 4. We have $42 plus $72. And that is indeed $114. So when you're going through your word problems, you want to identify the information that they're giving you. Write it down. It really helps to write it down. You don't need to just start building the equation first. Write down your knowns, write down your unknowns, and try to then say, okay, do I have a total here? And then am I adding, am I subtracting, am I multiplying? We know that they wanted a total, so that tells us there's going to be probably a plus somewhere. And then once you have your equation set up, solve for the unknown, and then substitute it back in and check your work. All right, so this was a problem where you didn't really have a visual picture. We're going to do one more where they talk about a triangle, and we're going to show how it's really helpful to draw a picture to go with some word problems. A triangle has one side that measures 9 units. So for here, I would start drawing a triangle. That's what I have. Has one side that has 9 units. Okay? So I'm not sure which side to put that on, but I'm just going to go ahead and pick a side for now. I might have to change it. One side is 9 units. Another side measures X. All right, I'm going to go ahead and just I'll pick this side as X. And a third side measures 2 units more than X. Okay, so X plus 2. 2 units more than X. Okay, the perimeter, to go all the way around, perimeter equals 29 units. Now you do have to know something that they didn't tell you. They're assuming that you know how to find perimeter, and that perimeter is the sum of all 3 sides. So this side plus that side equals perimeter. So that's understood. We know that. So we're going to take the first side, X plus 2, and we're going to add the second side, plus X, and take the third side, plus 9, equals a total of 29. From here, we're going to go through our process of solving an algebraic equation. The first thing we're going to do, we don't have any distribution. We're going to combine like terms. We have 2 constants here, a 9 and a 2. Those can be combined. And we have 2 variables that are the same, and they have the same power, so we can go ahead and combine those. So 1x plus another x is 2x. We use those up. And 2 plus 9 is 11. And the total is 29. Now I have my new equation, 2x plus 11 equals 29. I'm going to start pushing everything away from the x because I want to get him alone on one side of the equal, so I end up with a nice clean x equals something. So I'm going to minus 11. Plus 11 minus 11 makes 0, so those cancel out. and I get 18. 2x is equal to 18. Divide by 2. Those cancel out and make 1. Divide by 2. And my x now is equal to 9. After I have found my answer, I am going to be diligent in checking my answer, just in case, because I can make a mistake. I'm not sure. So now I'm going to put it back into my original equation and see if it is true. My original equation was x plus 2 plus 9. So I'm going to go ahead and use everywhere where I would have put x, I'm going to put 9. 9 plus 2 plus 9 equals 29. All right, 9 plus 9 is 18, plus 2 is 21. Let me recount that. 9 and 9 is 18, plus 2 is 20, plus 9 is 29. There we go. All right, 29 is 29. And that is a true statement. So yes, our x is 29. Now let me check one more thing, because a lot of times they might ask us for something, but we want to make sure they're actually asking us for x. Let's see what the actual question is. Which equation will we use to find the value of x? Okay, so they've asked us an equation, but they might actually ask us for the value of each side. So here the value of this side is 9, but the value of that side is 11. So make sure that you know what you're actually being asked, not just solving for x. Okay, thank you very much. These are 2 ways to help you solve word problems when they have algebraic expressions. And go ahead and subscribe to our channel and send us a message if there's anything you need help with. Thank you.